this. So which shape is equivalent to the gray shape? Boys and girls, all what you need to do is to separate the blue from the gray. I know. Yeah, I know some of you might say that, like, we can't see, I don't want to draw these shapes. But all what I want from you, boys and girls, is to try to do what? To match the answers to the figure. For the gray shape, I have over here a triangle, square, square, triangle. So let me try to match this to the choices from the right side. So we said, let me remove the extra arrow. I have triangle. Let me do it again, sorry. I have a triangle. And I have a square, square, triangle. Does this align over here? I have a triangle. Uh-oh, I have only one square and then the triangle. This doesn't align with this shape. So it's not answer A. Let me now and look at answer B. We said I should have a triangle and I should have a square, square, triangle. So triangle, square, square, triangle. Uh-oh, this could be the right answer. So keep it. Let me look at C. Triangle, square, triangle. So no, this is not the right answer. What about D, boys and girls? Triangle, square, square, square. Uh-oh, this is not the right answer. So which one of them is the right answer? It's B. Would you bother yourself and go and check the other sides, like triangle, square, square, triangle? Don't, boys and girls. As long as you prove that this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, don't waste more time on this question. Just circle B and move on, okay? Now let me move on to this question and see if you understood what I have just said. Take a few seconds, try to pause the video and check the question. So over here, which shape is equivalent to the gray shape? I am going to pick easy side and examine the triangles over there. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the bottom part, this bottom part. So how many gray squares do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me start examining shapes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So no, it's not A, because if it's the gray shape, I should have 5 squares in the bottom. Let me try out the next one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, it's not 5. So B is not the right answer. Let me go and check C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh, this might be the right answer. Let me try and go and invalidate D to figure out if C is the only answer. Let me check the bottom parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh my God, I need only 5. So this means D is not the right answer. So what does this mean? The only shape that works out for you is C. Again, boys and girls, would you go and just check other sides? Would you waste your precious time checking other sides? No, don't do it at all. As long as A, B, and D proved themselves wrong, you don't bother yourself checking other sides. It's C and just move on. We're gonna move on right now to question number 17. What shape results from organizing the pieces in the right place? How many of you are good in drawing? Because in such questions, boys and girls, we are going to draw. So here is your grid. I know there's a big question mark over here, but we are going to try to draw the pieces of the puzzles where they belong to on this grid and see what's the shape we're gonna get. Those of you who like to do puzzles, like to actually compose puzzles from puzzle pieces, of course they're gonna enjoy such questions. First of all, where is A1? A1 is over here. What can you see, boys and girls? I will draw like a rectangle, or you can say it a horizontal line, but let me call it a rectangle in a place or in a position that is so close to the bottom of the square. Now let me move on to B, to B1. B1, I need to draw this shape. I'm gonna try to replicate this shape over here. So here it is, here it is, here it is. Then I am going to color it. I'm really good in coloring. I love coloring. So I'm done, boys and girls, with A1 and B1. Here is A1, here is B1. This is how you figure out your position. Now let me move on to A2. What's going on with A2? I'm gonna start a little bit below the corner and draw a tilted line like this. So a little bit below the corner, and I'm gonna make a line like this. I'm gonna color it. Uh-oh, it has started forming. Can you see the letter? It's not N, definitely, and it's not B. It's most likely either Z or 7. Still, I don't know. I need to continue the pattern to figure it out. What is B2? B2, we are going to color the corner a little bit. Here is the corner. Uh-oh, still, I can't decide. I can't decide if it's 7 and Z. I need to continue the pattern. So where is A3? Here is A3. I'm gonna move down a little bit and then move to the right. So I'm gonna move down a little bit, then move to the right. Uh-oh, definitely this is not 7. Definitely, because I'm moving a little bit to the right. So this means it's not 7. This is definitely C, which is Z. طب can I continue the puzzle, you teacher? I like puzzles. I want to continue this in the test. You can, but I always advise you, boys and girls, here is B3. I always advise you that once you catch the pattern, don't waste your time. Just circle the right answer and move on to the next question. So that's it. Now I want you to do this. Now I'm making it a little bit harder, guys. Let's do the same. At A1, I need to make a rectangle at the bottom corner, like level, but it won't reach the right. Sorry, it reaches the right, but it doesn't reach the left side. So here is my rectangle. Here it is. I got it. What about B1? In B1, I'm gonna color only the corner and move down a little bit. What about C1? In C1, there is a top of what looks like a 4, but I'm not gonna assume that it's a 4, but it looks like a 4. Now let me move on to A2. A2, I'm going to make this curvy line a little bit. It looks a little bit like a 7. I'm not sure, but I'm going to figure it out later. So those of you who already just like got the idea know that the answer will be 47. However, let's check. We don't know. Maybe we're going to get surprises. Let me continue. Where is B2? In the B2, I complete my 7 over here, and I get the corner of the 4. So here it is from the top. Sorry. From the top, I'm going to move on like this. Here is B2. Here is B2. I'm doing the B2. And here is the corner over here. I guess this looks more and more of a 4. Let me go to the C2 in order to settle everything. What about the C2? It's obviously over here, the 4. Here it is. Do I need to continue the shape? Boys and girls, at this point, it doesn't make sense that we complete the shape because it doesn't like matter even if I continue it. B won't be the right answer, C won't be the right answer, and D won't be the right answer. So this is why at this like level, you don't need to waste more time trying to figure out the answer. Just move on. The answer is 74 for question number 18. So now let's move on to the next shape. And this question is yours. So we have over here multiple numbers. So don't be scared. It's the same puzzle. Start drawing square by square. Here is A1. I have a line. Here it is A1. I have a line that moves from the almost the corner to the corner. What about B1? B1, it's over here. So it seems I'm going to continue the standing line over here. Okay. And there is what looks like a side of a 6. We're familiar with numbers. So we know that this looks more of a side of a 6. Okay, let me zoom a little bit so the figure will be just obvious for you. We're doing this. So let me make the corner like this. And we have this line. So here is my 6. Now let me move on. Do I have an answer that includes 4 and 6? I have 2 of them. So I need to continue drawing. Okay? Let me move on right now to the, sorry, I erased things I shouldn't be erasing. Let me move on to C1. Where is C1, boys and girls? Here is C1. C1 completes actually the 6. It completes the 6. Okay? But in the corner, I have like something like a circle. So here it is something like a circle. Let me draw it this way, this way. I'm not sure. Is this the side of the 9 or the side of the 8? I don't have enough information. So I need to move on and keep on drawing. Let's move to D1. Where is D1? It's over here. So I'm going to keep on drawing, boys and girls. Here is the corner, and here's the corner. Let me color it. Still, I'm not 100% sure if this is the top of the 9 or the top of the 8. What's the smartest thing to do, boys and girls? To go and figure out A2 and B2, or to continue D2 and C2? My confusion is with this number, the 9 or the 8. So to save time, it's way better to do the D2 and the C2 first. Okay? because these are the numbers that will decide the pattern for me. These are the numbers that will decide the pattern for me. So let me remove the extra lines and try to do D2 and C2. So here is C2. There is a circle over here, and there is a corner over here. Let me just make the corner a little bit narrower. Here it is. Here is this corner, and there is an end of a 9. So obvious, right? So it seems that it's a 9, because just if it's 8, it would be completed over here. It would be like this. But it's not completed. It's not a full circle. So it means it's a 9. Do you want to confirm this, boys and girls? Do D2. How much is D2? It's this corner I'm missing over here, plus the leg of the 9. So it's most likely that the right answer is 4, 6, and 9. So the right answer is D. Okay. Okay. Just a second. Let me continue the shape. I'm sorry. Let me continue the shape. Because over here, let me continue. Yes, it's D. So now, boys and girls, for question number 20, here we get another type of questions that need your full attention. I just definitely know that most of you did these questions in classroom. You did these questions in classroom. So when you fold these faces of or each one of these squares, you fold them, you're gonna get a cube. The cube, it's this face, is this 3D shape that has all its sides as squares. Yeah, somehow like this. So how can I fold this shape? When I fold this shape, which cube am I going to get? What shape results from organizing the pieces in the right place? Boys and girls, all what you need to do over here is to pay attention to details. It seems that always and always, I'm gonna have, if I'm gonna see the black circle, there will be an arrow that points towards it. Okay? So this is why I'm gonna remove answer B. It's not the right answer, because we said if we're gonna fold this shape, if I'm gonna fold this shape, still the red arrow will point towards the black circle. So it should be something like this, the arrow. So this means answer B is incorrect. It's impossible to have it this way. Also, boys and girls, I'm gonna invalidate D, because over here you can see all the shapes. Do you have a black arrow? We don't have a black arrow. So this means answer D is not the right answer. Is not the right answer. See how I invalidated 2 answers from the first second? Now I'm confused between C and A. Oh, teacher, you just said that the red arrow should point towards the circle. But boys and girls, do never take this for granted. You need to examine both remaining shapes. We need to examine both remaining shapes. Now let me try to fold the shapes together. I'm gonna try to fold it. So when I fold this, and fold this, most likely, boys and girls, I'm gonna get this face in the top. Okay? I'm gonna get the black circle on the top. This face over here, let me remove the arrows. This face, it becomes the side and this face becomes the side. This face becomes the side, and this one becomes the side also. Okay? What can you see, boys and girls, when I shift them this way, when I fold them this way? That the blue square should be next, as a side, should be next to the red arrow when I fold them. Because didn't we say this is side number 1, this is side number 2, this is side number 3, and this is side number 4. This one will be the bottom of the cube. So let me try to align them. I want to align them. The question over here shows you that there you that if the red arrow points upward, the face next to it is definitely either this red dot or this blue square. So over here, if I have this arrow, let me move to red. If I have the red arrow, definitely one side is either the square, the blue square, or it's gonna be the yellow, the red dot. Can you see any of them over here? Can you see any of them over here? No, actually, none of them is here, boys and girls. So this means that answer number C is incorrect. I really wish that I explained this in an obvious way. Again, when I fold, if this is the top, and this is side number 1, the red arrow is side number 1, this one is side number 2, this one is side number 3, and this blue square is side number 4. Because I'm folding it this way, I'm folding it this way, I'm folding it this way, I'm folding it this way. What about this side? It's the bottom. So this means if the black circle is on the top, as you can see over here, the sides must be the red arrow, the circle red, the red circle, or the blue square. None of them is over here. So this means the right answer is not C. What do you have left, boys and girls? You're gonna have A. I can't see the black. I can't see the black circle, your teacher. Actually, boys and girls, this is the bottom. Here is the bottom, and the black circle will be underneath. The black circle. Can you see how this section is so special and amazing? It actually challenges your brain. It teaches you how to be 10 times smarter. So that's it for this question. Now let's solve some patterns, easy patterns, before the end of this session. Over here, boys and girls, we have this grid. I need to examine what's going on with numbers. I always like to examine rows first. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Every single time I add one, add one, add one. Let me see if this is the pattern down there. In the row number 2, here's row number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. In row number 2, from 32 to 35, I'm adding 3. Let me see for the last two. From 41 to 44, I'm adding another 3. So it seems in the next row, I'm adding 3s, not 1s. What does this mean? The missing term over here, when you add 3 to 35, it will be 38. Okay, does this align with my question, my multiple choices? Yes, it aligns with A and C, but still, I need some more information so I can figure it out. Let me go and examine row number 3. Let me remove the extra work over here so you can stay focused. Here is 42. I don't know how much to add. Let me examine the next number. From 50 to 54, we add 4. From 54 to 58, we add 4. Does this mean we add 4s over here? It could be. How much is 42 plus 4? It's 46. Does this align with one of my answers? Yes, it aligns with C.